a lot of shootings. And one day, the elders came and they asked, the police that is supposed to protect us are the ones that are destroying our lives there. And who's going to come and help us? Who's going to help protect us from the violence? It was Leonard Peltier that raised his hand. And he said, we will go there. We will support the people there, the traditional people. It was the traditional people wanted their enforcement of the Treaty of 1868. So nothing has changed at Standing Rock. The defense there of the waters and in defense of the treaty also. So nothing has changed. I'm here to say that in due time, this oppression will face all of us, of all people, of all color. Leonard wanted to remind you to say thank you to all our non-Indian brothers and sisters who have helped us with this fight across the world. We're here to say our divine thank you for all of you for your prayers. So we believe in our hearts that Leonard will be free. We believe that Leonard should not be carrying the burden of the crimes of our people for too long. 41 years he's been in prison. 41 years, majority of those 41 years was in solitary confinement. I pay homage to him. What a great man he is to stand on behalf of all our rights, of all indigenous people, for all of us. So I just want to say on behalf of my brother, on behalf of the Peltier family, that we are very grateful to be here, that he stands with us. He stands with all of us. I want to remind everybody, I am from the Navajo Nation. My name is Norman Patrick Brown. We are also facing a pipeline, Pinion Pipeline, that is coming onto our lands. We ask you to have our elders in prayer, to have our communities in prayer. So that's what we're facing right now also. We're facing the Pinion Pipeline that's threatening the Chaco Canyon, the sacred areas of all the Pueblo people and the Navajo people. So thank you for being here. And I ask you to continue prayers for compassionate release for Leonard Peltier. I also want to say that we ask for prayers for the 3 good men who lost their lives there. Jack R. Kohler, Ron Williams, and Joe Stentz. What a sad day that was there on June 26th. And so we have no enemies. We are all one people. The only enemies that we see is the corporate greed that continues that we face for over our lands and waters. So thank you for standing with all indigenous people. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank everybody for being here. Thank you guys for supporting water. Water is life. We have to have water to survive. We can only live 3 days without water. And for any race or any human to jeopardize our water is suicidal. I don't understand it. But I want to start out by introducing myself. My name is Chauncey Peltier. I'm Leonard Peltier's oldest son. And I've been campaigning for Leonard for the past couple of years. And I want to thank all you supporters for all these years for supporting Leonard. You guys are the ones that's kept Leonard alive and fighting for freedom all these years. You supporters are the ones that's brought it out there, the biggest rights violation case in history. If it wasn't for you supporters, I couldn't do the work that I've been doing for my father. You supporters are the ones that come out and help me, help Leonard. And I'm honored to work with every and each one of you guys, and I love you guys for it. I lost my brother the other day. Yesterday I found my brother, and he was here in D.C. A year ago he'd had a heart attack. He was on dialysis. He really wasn't supposed to be coming here, but he came because he wanted to help fight and show that he wanted freedom for Leonard. And he's passed over. And we need to make sure that his death wasn't for nothing. He's been to Standing Rock up there with his boss, Henry Red Cloud. They go up there and they do stuff for Standing Rock. I know he really loved going up there and being with you water protectors. My brother was a good man, and the Creator must have needed him for something. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there. But I want to thank you guys, and I want to say, you know, we got Standing Rock, and it ain't going away tomorrow. It's going to be a long fight. We're all fighting for water, and what I love so much is everybody of every race is finally coming together and protecting our Mother Earth and waking up because we need that water. We need not to forget Leonard is there for the same purpose. In the 70s, they were murdering and mutilating our people. And from what I'm seeing, it's basically the same thing, but they're basically not shooting us right there and then. They're using chemicals and other stuff to get to you protectors. Leonard's, if it goes past January 19th, Leonard basically will die in prison. He'll die in prison for, what do they say? He's innocent, but he's gonna die in there for what? Aiding and abetting. They said he's in there for aiding and abetting. You know, I love the documentary. I love the interview with Amy Goodman from Democracy Now!, where she's interviewing Leonard on the phone, and Leonard's saying, he keeps asking him, why am I in here? And they won't tell him. And for what they said he's dead 5-6 times over. So I mean, it's up to us. Leonard was a protector of the earth, just like you people. Our people here. We need not to forget our political prisoners. They're dying and spending their lives in there for stuff that we take for granted every day. We need to stand up behind our political prisoners and support them in any way we can. That's why I ask you guys, if you ever was a supporter of Leonard Peltier, he needs your help now more than ever. We cannot let this man die in there. Even if I didn't know Leonard, even if I wasn't related to Leonard, I'd still be here supporting him because of the fight that our political prisoners have been fighting for. So I mean, Leonard's 72 years old and he's in a very dangerous place. Every time I go visit my father, I see his health deteriorating. For a man that's 20 to 30 years old, it's a scary, dangerous place, let alone an elder that's 72 years old. And I thank the Creator every day that he has all you supporters out here that are supporting his freedom and asking for his freedom. Because, like I said again, you guys are the one that's kept Leonard's story alive. When you have Democratic, Republicans, Attorney General, and Judge Haney saying there's no evidence of Leonard doing this, he needs to be set free or a retrial, they won't even honor their own set of rules. If they would honor their own set of rules, Leonard would be a free man. The federal guidelines before 1986 said Leonard was due to be released in 2013. They won't honor that. A year ago, as the director of PeltierArt.com, I had Leonard's art displayed in Tumwater, Washington for Indigenous Peoples Month. And the retired FBI Association, which are the guys that couldn't even frame Leonard right because they didn't have nothing on him, they called up the governor of Washington and said, why are you displaying a murderer's art? And instead of saying, we're displaying Leonard's art for Indigenous Peoples Month, he's a Native American, we have nothing for sale, there's nothing political here, and hanging up, he didn't. He called down there and he had that art removed. When he did this, he violated Leonard's rights again. So it's 40 years later and they're still violating this man's rights. And it's because of all you supporters that's been supporting him. They're afraid of Leonard. Leonard tells me every time I see him, he just wants to go home and paint and work on old cars and go eat dinner with his family. My political days are over. So it's up to us, the next generations, to support these political prisoners. These little kids, our grandkids, are entitled to the same thing that we got a gift from Creator, Grandfather, which is water and oxygen. That's a gift from the Creator. That ain't a gift to Nestle to moderate and sell us water. That ain't their gift. That's our gift.
That's right.
And that ain't right.
That's right.
Humans, we need that water, not Nestle. You know, I look at these little kids and I wonder, 30 years ago when my elders told me one of these days we're going to be paying for water, I laughed and I thought, oh, come on, Uncle. Look, we're paying for water. What are these little kids going to be paying for water 30 years down the road? What are these corporations and these rich people that want to jeopardize our water saying? Are they telling their kids, don't worry, we'll buy some more water? When all the water's gone, we're all gone. It don't matter what you do or what color you are, your car takes water. Simon, everything on this planet takes water. For to jeopardize the water, suicidal. I just want to say thank you guys. And Leonard needs your help more now than ever. Please call that White House and write that White House and support a clemency for Leonard. This is Leonard's best chance for freedom. And I want to thank you guys. Thank you very much for being a supporter of Leonard Peltier. Oh.